And we are good to go. How are you? It is so good to have you here. I don't know. My choice of of hair today. I don't know. Leaving much to be desired, but what the heck? It's 4th of July, so weekend. I've been working like crazy getting my house ready to show today. I'm having a showing again. Yay for freedom. I am claiming my freedom as well. Although I'm very, very free to begin with, but from this house that I've put so much love into. And you're still in your pajamas, Stacia? Yeah, I wish I was in my pajamas. One day I'm gonna do Soundbath Sundays in my pajamas. Maybe next Sunday. Thank you, Noelle, for checking out for me. I had to. I asked her to check because sometimes I have issues with my sound on YouTube, and I think I'm good. If my parents are here on YouTube, I love you. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Woo! Welcome to this special edition of Soundbath Sundays. I am so excited today to be here because I thought, well, first of all, I thought, I think I'm going to take a holiday. Going to take the day off and do a replay. And then I thought, why? I'm here anyway. I'll save the replay for a holiday or something, if at all. I like being live here with you because I sense the energy, and sometimes I'm planning to say stuff and then it's like, ooh, that's not going to go down well today. And I kind of just feel into you guys and go, ooh, pivot. And I change it around and I shuffle it, and whatever happens, but it kind of flows. Thank you, Stacia, with my showing. Thank you. Yes, I am calling in the most amazing people that will be so happy in this house and be able to receive the love that I put into it and give it the love that it deserves, because it's a really cute house. And I put so much of my energy into it and my love into it. I wouldn't want someone who didn't care about it to come live here. Anyway, so today I have surprises. Look, I have my little maraquitas. These little rhythm rings. My friend Ron, who does Music in the Moment, we went to play in the park the other day, and he gifted me a pair of these because he knows I am in love with them and I love to play Harry. Well, I have these little rhythm rings. They sound really cool. I'm gonna put them over here. And hey, Marie, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. If this is the first time you're here, if you're on Facebook, hey, Dawn, welcome. Hi, Jennifer, welcome. If this is the first time you're here, please let me know so I can welcome you properly. If you've been here for a while, say hello. I love saying hi to you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Hey, Marie, thank you for being here. So, Soundbath Sundays special edition. I don't know if you all know, but last night was a full moon and a penumbral eclipse, which is the shadow of the earth passes in between the sun and the moon, and it creates a little eclipse. It wasn't, I don't know if you were watching it, if you were able to see it. I went out at peak because I had my moon water charging, and it was so freaking bright that it was like, okay, I don't know. There was like maybe a 2-degree difference. I don't know. It didn't show for me. The pros maybe saw something better. And if you had a telescope, you probably noticed. Whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The energies are amazing right now. And I thought, what can I do today to celebrate, to share something that could really, well, every day I do this, every Sunday, but today I really wanted to have something that really makes a difference in your life that you can immediately sense. And so I do this type of exercises and processes in my programs. And I thought, well, what if I bring one of these amazing exercises that is working perfectly well with this full moon and this eclipse? I usually have ceremonies and I usually have special programs during the new moons and the full moons where during the full moons, we let go of things that no longer serve us. And during the new moons, we sow the seeds of our dreams. And these special events that I do are so incredibly effective. Thanks to the energy of the moon. It really helps us, and it really creates an environment of trust. Just like a farmer, right? When they plant their seeds, they plant them, and then they do what needs to be done. They water their seeds, but they don't go digging them up every 2 minutes to see if the roots have taken. It's a process of faith. It's a process of trusting, and it is a really amazing proof or demonstration of the universe to us that the imprint of the oak is within the acorn. Basically, we have everything inside of us or within us or access to it through our inner self that we need to have an incredibly amazing, abundant, prosperous life. The thing is, we've forgotten how to connect to ourselves. We're looking on the outside. We become dependent on other people's opinions, other people's ideas, other people's paths to success. Some people say, well, I've tried this. It worked for them. Yes, if it works for them, it means it's available to you too, to us. But sometimes we're not destined to take the same path that these coaches, these people, these gurus are telling us to take. So sometimes we take detours because we're following in the steps of others. And although it's very comforting at times to have the support and not be going out in the wilderness on our own, I have found that for me, carving my own path and connecting to my inner genius and that thing that's inside of me that knows, that thing that tells me, make a right here, don't keep going straight, because whenever I not listened, I end up in a horrible traffic jam or have an accident or something happens that it's not good. And had I done what my gut told me, what that thing inside of me told me, my instinct, whatever you want to call it the sixth sense, whatever it is, that I found that never leads any one of us astray. And so my aim is always to help whomever comes in my awareness, in my circle, in my life, to help and guide you to find your own way, to find your own path, and still have the support and still have that, I got your back, and learn that the universe is telling us, I call the universe God, the ether, whatever you want to call it, I call it God. I find that always and forever, God has my back. My challenge comes when I try to drive the car. I try to do and force and pretzel things into existence instead of making my wish and knowing that if there's something inside of me that has that inside, that has that desire, that has that compelling compelling desire for something or someone or a situation to show up in my life, it's because it's there for me, available. And when I've learned to let go of the need to control, Damiana, welcome, the need to control everything that happens in my life and basically take the co-pilot seat and let God do the driving. Every single time I drive, I crash the car like a bumper car. I'm like smashing myself against the other cars, against the walls, against everything. And whenever I just say, God, use me as your instrument. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. Tell me where I'm supposed to go. Tell me what my next step is. And trust. And just sometimes those, we're not supposed to do anything. And for some people, like, I don't know, I'm asking for a friend who want to control everything, who are type A personalities that going after things and just like trying to learn, that grew up in the, you have to work hard to get things, you have to struggle, you have to earn every single thing that you get in your life. It is very, very difficult to sit still and not do, because sometimes the greatest doing, Marty, the greatest thing that's going to create the most momentum in our lives, the most creation, is sitting still, allowing the universe to do its thing. And when it says go, then you go, then you listen, then you take the action. So it is about taking action. It's not about just asking the universe for help and waiting for it to fall on your lap. Like I was literally talking to my daughter about it this morning. It's like, well, I understand that we have to like sit and wait sometimes, but we also need to take action. I can't say, well, I want a boyfriend and then do nothing and hide in my house and not do a single thing to meet people, because the UPS man most likely won't be delivering my boyfriend to my door. Most likely. I have a friend, it happened to her. Wasn't the UPS guy, but pretty close to it. Like God delivered her boyfriend to her door. But that's another story. And the thing is, what happens? We begin to get attached to people, to things, to material things, to issues, to thoughts. We have this attachment, and then we become addicts. I know a lot of people get mad at me for saying this, but I am, with every fiber of my being, I know that we do stuff because we have, and we're doing the stress thing all the time because we're addicted physiologically, meaning our bodies are addicted to the hormones that get released when we are worried, stressed, we have anxiety, we have panic. All these things are addictions that tell our mind, okay, I'm in panic, or the body goes, oh my gosh, I need a shot of these hormones. And it sends a signal to the brain, because there's a mind-body monitoring system, sends a signal to the brain, find me a situation that is going to cause me to secrete these hormones into my bloodstream. And we become addicted. Hi, Leslie. And we become literally addicted to these hormones. So what happens? When we have a period of peace, our body's like, hormones, adrenaline, whatever it is that creates this from the sympathetic nervous system, they're very, very highly addictive. So we have some peace and it's like, oh, it's too calm. I need some drama in my life. Send me something that I can panic about. Send me something that I can stress about. And it doesn't matter what the situation is. It doesn't matter. It's the same situation, different face. It could be 20 different things, But the thing is that those things, they all create the same type of cocktail, of hormonal cocktail that's going to rush through our bodies, that's going to give us our fix. And then we become dependent on these hormones. And see, here's the thing. There's so many ways that we become dependent on people, on opinions, on our own hormones, on our own situations, that it puts us almost in a little cage. And then we begin in our little hamster wheel, running and running and running and chasing and chasing and chasing, until one day something hits us and gets us off of this hamster wheel. And then we realize we haven't gone anywhere. We haven't advanced. Nothing has happened. We're still in the same place where we began. So here's the thing. Today, with the energies of the full moon and the eclipse, we can begin, we can do this process that I would like for you to join me in, where we can become aware, first of all, of our energetic leaks. We all have this container that we live in, and then we have these leaks. And these leaks prevent us from gaining the necessary energy that we need to attract our goals to us, to elevate our vibrational frequency so that we become magnetic. So these leaks bring us that deflation. It's like having a car tire and then pinching it with a needle so that it's enough that the air starts going out like, and you're filling it up, and you're never going to be able to have it fully complete because you're leaking. And the thing is, we have a gabajillion leaks. When I first came across this, I was like, holy wow, okay, well, I have a sieve. I don't really have a container. I really literally have a sieve because I had leaks everywhere. And so we're going to go through this. If you'd like to grab a pen and a paper, it will help you because this thing creates so much awareness. And then we're going to literally clear the space so you can begin to seal your container. Now, some of you might be able, just with the awareness, to create this thing to happen where you're going to seal your container. Some of you might need to work at it, might need to go and address some of these things, because you might realize, oh my gosh, I have to take care of this. I have to take care of that. I have to speak to this person. I have to do this, whatever it is, to finally seal these leaks. But I'm going to give you all the tools so that you can right now write it all down and know, okay, this is step 1, step 2, step 3. And we do this in some of my courses, like meditation and transformation. No, actually, this is part of the focus, whatever it's called, focus and concentration. That's part of this new container where there's no point in training your attention and your focus and your concentration so you can start manifesting like a whiz. If you have leaks, then it's never going to happen, right? So this is part of it. If you're interested in going deeper, just know that I have a container that will guide you step by step in doing just that. But for now, we're going to get you started and give you everything you need to do it yourself. So, anyone have stuff in their closets that they don't wear, that they keep thinking, when I lose 10 pounds, when I put on 10 pounds, when this happens, when this happens, when this happens, when I have a party, I'm going to use it, when I this, when I that keeps taking space in your mind. Here's the thing. There are things that we have there that we don't care about. If you're not putting your attention on these things and they're not in the back of your mind, taking mental space and creating clutter in your mind, mental clutter, They don't matter. But if it's something you go in your closet and you look at it every day and you're like, man, I wish I could use that. Man, I wish I could use 10 pounds. And that will end up making you feel bad about yourself because you haven't done the goal. How many of us have this dress that we wore when we were 15 years old and we're like, in 2 months, I'm going to fit in that again. And then it's like, well, not quite. And then every time you look at it, it's like, well, maybe in another 2 months. And every time you look at it, it doesn't make you feel good. So whatever you're looking at in your closet that does not make you feel good for whatever reason, Marie Kondo it. You know, I've been doing this Marie Kondo thing before I even knew Marie Kondo existed. It's like, does it make me happy? She says it's cuter. Does it spark joy? I like that. Does it spark joy? Does it spark joy to look at this thing that's reminding me of how imperfect I feel, or how I like to beat myself up for not doing or not keeping my word to myself, or whatever it is, but that makes me feel not so good? Well, if that's the case, nix it, take it out of your closet, put it in a box, at least put it out of sight if you don't really want to part with it, but just get it out of your vision. And if it's still, you'll notice if it still pulls some weight, because you know that part of the things that you don't see, but you know that they're there, those things that you know that you don't know, that you know they're there, but you can't see them and they're still weighing you down. So this can have you make some tough choices, right? Because it might be this dress that is super expensive. I gave away all of my gowns, most of my gowns that I used when I did cabaret. I would come out with these beautiful gowns. They still fit, but am I doing cabaret right now? No. Am I going to black tie events? No. So I'm just going around from house to house, from storage room to storage room. Now they were in my basement, and it's like, you know, in June, like last June, there were girls that were graduating that didn't have a dress to wear for their, whatever it's called, their ball that they go to in high school. I didn't have that, so I can never remember that. When the queen and the king of the whatever. So there's girls that couldn't afford it. So I'm like, let me give my gowns to girls who might be thrilled to be wearing these, because these are timeless, classic stuff, like $1,000 gowns that were like, yeah, they're beautiful, but am I gonna wear them again? I don't know. And prom, thank you, Stacia. Oh, Stacia, I'm going to put you on salary because you're always there saving me. Thank you. So for prom, right? And if I were to go to a black tie event now, if somebody invited me to, let's say, the Met event, would I want to wear one of those gowns? That for me, it's a repeat. Nobody's seen it, but would I want to do that, or want to go buy myself a new gown? I'm going to get myself a new gown. So I had to let it go. Okay. And travel light. I taught myself to live out of 2 suitcases in 2017 and 18. I was living out of whatever fit in these 2 suitcases. And it was so liberating. Not one day was I sitting there like, ay, ¿qué me pongo? It's like, what do I wear in Spanish? But it was like the whiny, what do I wear? With a closet full of stuff. And you're like, I don't know what to wear. That, Pisces, I don't know if it happens to you guys. I know I can agonize over what I'm going to wear. And then I put the thing and it doesn't feel good. And then I'm like changing 20 times. And then I don't feel good. It took away everything. All the angst. I have 10 things to wear. I'm going to wear one of those 10 things. And then I'm going to go on a cycle. And then I'm going to wear it again. All I have to do is remember, did this person see me last week with it? That's the only thing I have to keep track of, so I don't show up with the same dress to the same people every single time. That's it. And then I just take stuff that makes me feel good. And I only take with me the things that I really, 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 really like, which were the things that I really, really, really wore anyway, because the things that I didn't really, really, really like, I didn't wear them, and they're just cluttering my closet. Super magical. So that's it. Now we're going to go into harder things to get rid of, because you think clothes are hard to let go of? Wait till I tell you about what's next. Next thing, friends or people that we think are our friends, but not really, or people that we call ourselves their friends and we know better. Okay. Every year I go through a friends list, and I really analyze from my heart whether I feel that this friendship is something that is nourishing to them, nourishing to me, that is good for everybody. If I'm going around feeling that I'm getting my energy sucked by this person, and I feel that it's like, it's not good for me, but I'm just sticking around because I feel obligation around it, done. Does it bring me joy? Does it, what is it called? Does it cause spark? Does it spark joy? Does it spark joy, this friendship? If it doesn't, why can't you wear the thing twice? Is it just a personal preference? Oh, I wear things twice, Leslie. I wear things twice. I have like 10 things to wear. Some days you will see me in this pantsuit that I love, that is so comfortable. I just go whoop, and I'm dressed, and it is so awesome. When it's hot, I'm like, wear it, wash it, wear it, wash it. I'm surprised you can't see through it. I wear the things twice all the time. It used to be something that I could not do. I could not wear things twice because I'm like, oh, somebody sees me, they're going to see that I'm only wearing this thing once. Yes, I really love it. I'm enjoying it. I feel good in my body. That's it. But now, see, that's what age gives you. Age gives you that thing. I don't know if it's the right or that emotional intelligence to not give a flying about what other people think about you. So when you don't care, you can do whatever you want, pretty much, without hurting others, obviously. So then, friendship. Are we nurturing? Am I carrying this friendship for all these years that we don't even talk to each other, and then it's like, whatever, it's just there, occupying mental space, occupying heart space that is not conducive to it, it's not going anywhere. I've done that, and it's been very painful at times, and I've done it out of hurt, because with this, like this particular person had been my friend since I'm 10. And I was so hurt about one thing that she did that I was like, I can't do it anymore. And I just let it go. And it allowed an avalanche of new people and new relationships and new things to come into my life, in my business, in my personal world. Well, I don't have a separation between business and personal. For me, it's my life. So into my life came all these new opportunities, new friends, new things. I was like, holy cow. Because I was devoting a ton of my energy to this thing that was just my imagination. It was not truth. We didn't see each other. We didn't visit each other. It's like we saw each other once every blue moon. And the thing was that it was very deceiving, because we see each other and it's like we saw each other yesterday. There's no time has gone by, because there's really no time. Damiana, so been there. Yeah, right. And then we keep, it's like, well, they're your friends, and my mom calls them the token friendships. Like, you grew up with them, and then it's like, how can you let them go? They're your friends from forever. And it is one of the hardest things to do, but it's also one of the most liberating things. And then if they come back, see, there'll be richer things. I've had people that I've let go and said, this is it. And they literally waltz right back into my life. And then we pick up where we take off. It's nothing really permanent. It is just a way for you to really manage your own resources. right? This way we manage we only have a certain amount of resources. How do we allocate them? And then when those people come back in, then there's a different, you take it up to a different level because you know better now. Now, here's the thing. Where are you holding on to a job that you hate, that's taking you, that's sucking the soul out of you, that you're afraid to let go because you are under the illusion or the impression that they are your source, and if you let go of them, you'll have no source of income, of security, or whatever. That one's a big one for people, because somehow we're led to believe that whomever gives you that paycheck is the source. And really, when we learn that God is the source and God can only do for you what it can do through you, so it has to work through people to do its thing. But if you don't get it from that person, you get it from another, because your source is in your connection to that. And God always has your back. So when you live with that, you're like, I know I am taken care of. I'm a child of God. And I have children. If you have children, you know that you're never going to not be there for your children. You might have to let go of them like that, but you kind of want to always be there to catch them, right? And I feel that sometimes we'll scrape our knees, just like if you have your child and they get hurt right next to you and you're standing right there and they still get hurt. We're still going to get hurt because we do stupid things, because we try different things, and because that's part of life. But it doesn't mean that God doesn't have our backs at all time. So when we are just putting our life energy and all of our chi into something that we hate, it is the quickest way to die. It is the quickest way to finish your life and have it lose all meaning to your life. Just dreaming about when I do this, when this happens, because there's only now. So if you're not doing something that you love, I urge you. And it's not about purpose. I just gave a talk about purpose and how I believe that purpose is BS. Do things that make you happy, and the purpose will find you along the way. Right? I've always done things that make me happy, and look what I'm doing now. I never in a million years I thought I'd be doing this. Now I love to act. In my world, I would be like doing movies and being more into acting, and then life kind of just took me. But I not once did stuff that I didn't like to do. Even when I felt obligated to take work to help my family out because we were going through situations, I always found to make it worthwhile. And I know that what I'll get out of it, what I put into it. So I always gave my heart, even if I wasn't that thrilled about it, because I knew something good would come out of it. And the things that I really, 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 really didn't like, they were temporary, and I was ready to find the next thing. If I had to do it, I kind of dealt with it, because sometimes we have to do stuff, but then very quickly focused on what I did want, and life kind of continuously kept taking me along that path. And it's been amazing for me. I'm so grateful for that. Next thing, debts. Do you owe people things? Do you owe people money? Did you borrow a book that you never returned that's looking at you and staring in your bookshelf? Return it, people. Send that back. If somebody took that book from you and you're still thinking every time you go for your book, it's like, oh, that person took it and didn't give it back, go buy another copy of the book, forgive that person, and let them go. Because every time we take mental space with that person, and then we start not feeling good about that person, that immediately lowers our vibrational frequency. Then repetitive thoughts, people's issues. You know what I do? I'm really good at keeping track of everything in my family that they have to take care of. And I auto-named myself the doer police that keeps checking up on them, because I have it in my mind. Once I hear that they have to do something, it's like I log it in my brain, And I have individual lists for everybody in my family, including a 2-year-old baby, almost 2-year-old baby. And I'm like, do we have to do this? And then I keep reminding people of the things that they have to do instead of keeping my own damn list and taking care of it. Because it's easier to tell people what to do, because I love to tell people what to do. But then I'm like, well, maybe I should be doing, taking care of my list and stop and bossing me around instead of bossing everybody else around, because it takes so much energy out of me. And if they don't do the stuff, I keep like moving it to the next week, and I keep taking space in my brain. That is horrible. I am working on letting go of that. The more I let go of it, the more space I have for myself. And now every time I start thinking about my daughter's list, because I'm really good at telling her what to do, I go, what's on my list? Let me take a peek at my list and see what I can check off my list, so that I can stop butting into into the party I have not been invited to. And the thing is that when we do that to other people, it prevents them from wanting to do it. Because have you ever been told what to do? Because I love it. Anytime someone tells me I have to do something, I'll go and do exactly the opposite, even if it's to my detriment. Even if like my mom has the best interest, I'm like, yeah, oh, you want me to do that? Not so much. So I don't think anybody likes to be told what to do, much less being continuously reminded of it, because then it's like, watch me not do it, mom, watch me not do it. And it's just a natural thing. That's part of being human. So every time we start looking at what others need to do, yeah, Mari Carmen, yep. We're like, my boss's list, my coworkers list, my kids list, my dog's list. I mean, come on, people. I had a mouse in my house whom I'm missing a lot, by the way. And I promise you, I think I had a list for him. It's like, I took so much interest in that mouse. Like, I released him, and I worried the day I released him because it was 90 degrees, and I was worried that it would have been too hot for him and he had nowhere to be. And what if he didn't find water? That was like, it took energy out of my life. It's like, let him go. Okay, he's gone. That's it. Goodbye. I don't know how to do it. I'm trying. Repetitive thoughts. Do you have an issue? Something happened at work. You had an argument. You had an argument with your child, with your friend, whatever, with your parent, with whomever. Do you think of it? Do you go over it in your head 20,000 times? Do you find different ways of answering to what they told you? Do you find that I should have said that? Oh, I could have told them that, and then go and relive the thing, and then relive and imagine what would have happened if you'd actually said what you now, when you're calm, decide you should have told them, and have a totally different outcome, and then make a whole telenovela out of it. Sieve, leak, energetic leak. And then we wonder why we're not getting what we want, why we're not manifesting, why we don't have the job, why we don't have the $10,000 a month, why we don't have the new clients, why we don't go make a sale instead of, allowing these energy leaks to take hold of us. So here's the thing. Take stake on what it is that you notice, and that you're leaking your energy, whatever feels so obvious. Like telling your significant other to pick up after themselves when you're actually leaving your shoes over there. Pick up your shoes. Take care of your own thing. The marvelous thing about this whole world is that if we all just took personal responsibility for ourselves, and moms, sometimes we have to do it for our little kids because moms, but we take personal responsibility, and it would be a perfect world, because everybody would take personal responsibility for themselves, and nobody would be missing from doing what they were supposed to be doing because we're all doing it. So basically, we don't have to take care of anybody else. We're not responsible for anybody else. Even our children, they're on loan. I believe that we are their mentors, their guides, they're like given to us on loan. And we do our best to guide them and whatever, but in the end, they're just going to do whatever they're going to do. They're going to live their life. Hopefully, we'll let them, and we won't be a helicopter mom forever. But they're going to do what they're going to do. And the quicker we let them go and the quicker we give them the space and we just become the space for them to know that they can come to us at any time with anything that happens in their lives and that we're going to be there for them, that sense of security, that's all we have to do. Like God, right? God has our back. That's the same thing we've got to do for our kids. And then that's it. So take stock. I said stake, but it's stock of what it is where you know that you're leaking your energy. If you owe someone $10, go pay them the $10. If you have a bill that's been unpaid, and you're just mad and you're not paying it for whatever, call them up and say, okay, how do we do this? Cut a deal, do whatever it takes, clean it up. The more we clean things up, the more that container gets sealed, the more energy we have, the more magnetic we can become. And the quicker things that we are compelled to desire are going to come our way. They're going to just flow into our life like magic. Okay? I hope that helps you. I hope you actually do it and really say, well, I'm going to take care of this and do it little by little or do a very fast. If that's how you work, that's fantastic. I guarantee you'll feel different. Even if you go into the closet and just every time you open your closet and see things that make you happy, instead of remind you of your imperfection or your whatever it is that we like to beat ourselves up for, that alone, that can make the difference between having a great day and not so much. So imagine if you had that in every aspect of your life, if everywhere you went, you would be inspired. Everywhere you looked, you'd be nourished. Every part of your house you looked at, you'd be like, that lamp makes me so happy. Or that piece of furniture or whatever. You pick everything in your life that nourishes you and that inspires you and that elevates you and that helps you get into a high vibrating vibe. Imagine everything in your life being that way. How awesome it would be. How easy it would be to be in the flow. It'd be automatic. Okay? So good luck with that. If you have any questions, you can always reach me at info@vocaltapestry.com. Send me an email and we'll figure it out. I'll try to help you as best I can. And for now, if you've never been here, it's important that you put your feet flat on the floor, your palms facing up in a receiving position on your thighs. Do a little check, making sure that you're not holding or stressing anywhere. Wiggle your toes, get yourself in your body. And we're going to do 3 cleansing breaths, which consists of an inhale, deep inhale, then hold for 1 or 2 counts, whatever feels natural and organic, and then release with a big sigh. And when you do that, during that exhale, feel how good that feels in your body. That alone starts putting yourself in a different vibe. So breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. And one more time. If you feel you're still a little tense, and this feels good and you want to keep doing it, do it as for as long as you want to. You can do it 3, 6 times. You can do it the whole entire time. Okay, here we go. This is for claiming your independence. Make a decision right now to free yourself from these attachments and learn and practice your trust, your faith in God, and the knowing that God really does have your back. Take a deep breath. Let it all go. And when you're ready, thank you, Harry. When you're ready, begin to wiggle your toes again. Bring yourself back in. Do a little stretch or shake your hands, whatever feels good. And open your eyes. Whew. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Hey, Carlos. How are you? Welcome. Bienvenido, querido. Thanks, Marie. I love the hearts. You know that. Thank you very much. Well, I hope you're feeling great. Now you have your work cut out to you. It's going to take some thought. It's going to take some action on your part. But believe me, the results are going to be magnificent. Keep me posted once you take some actions and see how you're doing. I love to hear. You can come back to the replay and just let me know. I always check the comments and do my best to respond to everyone, even if it's not in the moment, but I do my best. And Marie, you're going to tackle your closet now. Woo! You can do it, girl. You can do it. And remember, does it make me feel amazing? Or does it make me not so much? That is just so easy. It becomes so easy because it's like if you can literally put the items of clothing, you can put the name of the person that you're having issues with, or that you feel like maybe it's time to let them go, but you feel guilty. Put them close to your body, your solar plexus. Believe me, especially the women, I know more and more men are learning to trust their instinct, but ladies, there'll be no, you'll know. That's all I can say. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Remember, meditation and transformation starts next Monday, not tomorrow, the following on the 13th, right after the retrograde. We're ready to take action. It's going to be amazing. Send me a direct message. I'll pop the link here on YouTube as well. I'll pop the link to the landing page so you find out more about it. Remember, if you have any questions, if you feel drawn to be a part of this, but you'd like to have some questions answered, send me an email, info@vocaltapestry.com. We can set up a 15-minute discovery appointment free of charge to see if this is something that will help you, that will serve you, that will help you transform your life. I've had people, Stacia has done this course twice. She finished one and she went straight into the next one. And both times it was completely different. Why? Because she was different, and because the content, as we all change, we evolve, we co-created together. And that's why I still love to do these programs live. You have me for an hour and a half for 21 days. And You can ask any questions. And the thing is that when we're in the container, if I have a plan to do a certain thing, but I feel that something else is required, I have that ability and the capacity to switch it out so that you can always get to the next level and do quantum leaps and be served all the time and not be, I'm not like completely closed or committed to, well, I have to do it like this, or this is the thing for today and that's what I'm going to do. There's no forcing, there's no pushing. It's like an organic co-creation. And it really, I love doing it because it's a magical co-creation between everybody that takes part in it. And the results have been amazing. So I welcome you. Like I said, if you have any questions, info@vocaltapestry.com. I'll be happy to answer questions or give you an appointment and we can take it from there. If you know that this is something you like, your heart, you're compelled to do it, sign up. We're starting next Monday and it's gonna be magic. Thank you, Stacia. Thank you so very much, everyone, for being here. And I will see you next Sunday. Let me end the live stream here on YouTube. Thank you very much for being here. I love you.